Good morning, lovely people, or good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day you're watching. Sasha here, and today this is spontaneous, but I feel as though this should be a celebration because I found out last night that I passed one of my board exams. Yay! I was so stoked when I saw the magical 4-letter word pass next to my score. And y'all, I want to share my experiences, but I might make a new channel dedicated towards that. So if you're interested in pharmacy and I don't know, the nuances that go behind leading up to being a pharmacist, I'll post the link of the channel and I actually share my experiences like explicitly, as in much detail as I possibly can, and do so with a dash of humor if I could try to be humorous. So it's 8:05. I'm about to head out to my not so local Krispy Kreme because one, every first Friday of the month, I guess supposedly until I don't know when, they have the chocolate glazed donut, which I wanted to try and I didn't try because it's freaking it's a hop, skip, and a jump and then some to get to St. Petersburg. But today's a different occasion. This is this is a different occasion. I'm treating myself. I'm gonna get a chocolate glazed donut and the original Krispy Kreme glaze and maybe pumpkin spice donut if they have it. Yeah, we don't have a Krispy Kreme in the immediate vicinity. We have to go to St. Petersburg, and that's okay. I'm willing to make that drive because I also have to pay my last month of rent. So, I'm just gonna kill two birds with one stone. If you can see my face, that's okay. This is one of those occasions where I don't really care. And if you can see my face, cool. But if not, I haven't really seen the how the angle is. So, cool if you do, cool if you don't. I'm not really bothered by it this time around. So, folks, what a way to kick off the weekend. I'm going to be celebrating because my board exam is called the NAPLEX, the North American Pharmacist Licensing Exam, something that's how the acronym is spelled out. But that was my biggest worry, y'all, because sometimes I feel as though that's my weak spot, my weakness. It's therapeutics. And, well, not therapeutics, but just stuff that a retail pharmacist knows in their sleep. Like name brand generic, counseling points. There's so many drugs. There's the top 300 drugs, but heck, I barely know a handful of them. I was going into the exam, I was worried that all I'm gonna get asked are counseling points and not enough math or not enough of what I focused on. My exam was all over the place, so that just intensified the worry. And I don't know, y'all. coming out of that exam, I did not feel great. I felt like I failed it. And I'm sort of glad, but not really, that so many have shared my sentiment, like coming out of that exam. Y'all turned. So I guess you'll get the nice solar lens or sun flare or whatever. Oh, not flare, excuse me. This nice solar lens through the windshield. But back to what I was saying, I thought, and many others, when they came out of that exam, thought that they failed. Like, I guess it's just the overall feeling. And I was like, okay, the first thing I did, that's sun though. The first thing I did was I whipped out my phone. Is it still recording? Yeah, it's still recording. Sorry about that, y'all. Try to position y'all again. The first thing I did was I whipped out my cell phone and I immediately checked certain drugs, name brand generic. And I was like, shit. Pardon my French, but this is how I felt. I was like, shit, oh my God, I thought about this answer, but I changed it. I had no business changing it. Universally, test-taking strategy. If your gut instinct is telling you an answer, just stick with it. Don't change that answer. Because 9 times out of 10, you're right the first time. I can't tell you how many times I messed up in practice because I would look at the answer, change it, and then when I clicked for feedback, oh no, it was this answer, the answer that I chose first. And oh guys, I would just like really kick myself. Don't do that either. Don't kick yourself when you're down. Just learn from it and keep it moving. You only have so much time, that you can't really fool around. This was a 6-hour exam, y'all. 6 hours, and that's not counting the breaks that you could take, and then the tutorial and the survey at the end, the post-test survey. So I had to wake up 8 o'clock. No, excuse me, not 8 o'clock. The test was at 8. I had to be at the center by 8 o'clock. But I had to wake up around 5 o'clock. 6 o'clock in the morning. And then I had to make my way down to St. Petersburg like I'm doing right now for this donut run. And, get through traffic. Although traffic at 6, 7 o'clock wasn't really bad. As it is now. Like, it's 8 something now, but it is what it is. Traffic just sucks in general. What else did I want to say? Yeah, I had to be up bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, because there's like so many testing slots that are open, and most of them had 8 o'clock testing slots. So there's 8, there's 11, and then there's 1, and that's it. But I'm thinking, like, my pharmacy school in particular, we graduated late. On top of that, there was the fun of finding out, oh, you have to register with the Board of Pharmacy, ahead of time. So that's more money up front. And, it's delayed because Florida is so slow on the draw that, you know, there was a large queue of us from my pharmacy school that, you know, it took a while. Like, as soon as one of my classmates made an announcement on the Facebook group that, hey guys, did you know you're supposed to register with the Board of Pharmacy before you can get your authorization to test, or ATT? I'm like, oh, no, you gotta be kidding me. And then our assistant dean, she told us this. I won't discredit her. She did tell us this, but she told us, like, at the end of third year, like, you know, in the didactic portion, where ain't nobody really thinking about it right now. Like, you should have saved this for grad week. I don't know, maybe that's just me being nitpicky, but my mind is not on boards just yet. I have to make it to where I can take my boards, which is graduating. So, like, what good is it gonna do me to, like, listen to you about registering for boards when you gotta pass your finals and be able to do your rotations, you know, beforehand. So it's like they need to work on, like, a better grad week, because I swear they say stuff like at the wrong time. Like, I feel as though that should have been said like Monday of grad week versus like didactic portion. Oh, y'all might be slipping and sliding. Hold on. Okay, he didn't move all that much. That's good. So, I'm getting on I-75 right now. So, you know, that's just a small little gripe I had. But it is what it is. So, like, I probably didn't find out about my eligibility until it was probably late June. And at that time, like, there was so much stuff going on, y'all. It was, what did I want to say? It was like, okay, the lady who does the ATTs, she's going on vacation. She's the only one who could do them. So the process is at a halt. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, why is Florida ass backwards compared to other states? Other states, their game is on point. Like, they either have a team of people or they just go boom, boom, boom. You know, stuff is ready and they don't fool around like Florida does, I find. But that's like another video in itself, like that whole experience. So yeah, it's like sorry. I had, whatchamacallit, I was off from rotations since we were doing the 4-week rotations, 9 4-week rotations. I did my rotation straight through, like from May, or rather June, like it's really called the June block. So I did it from June to February, straight through. The only breaks I had were the breaks that, you know, it's a school-wide break. So like Thanksgiving, Christmas or winter break, the 1 week in August. So yeah, all of those breaks, I just took those. I went straight through. Some of my friends had, like, you know, months in between, and I'm like, nah, I can't do that, because like once I'm off, I like completely go into off mode. Like, that's why I would want to work straight through. Like 2 weeks from my May final, my last final in May, I just pound it out, go straight through and finish my rotations. Because initially I had the goal to be a registered pharmacist by like before August. We're in October now, so you know, things just didn't work out how it planned. So I mean, my thing is, it doesn't matter how you cross the finish line, just as long as you cross it. And I'm kind of almost there, folks. I'm not quite there yet. I still have one more test. For pharmacists, we have to take, well, for most pharmacists, we have to take the NAPLEX for sure. And then we take the law portion. Some states don't really need a law portion. And then California is an entity of its own, in which they have their own law exam, and it's quite crazy from what I hear. Some of my some of my colleagues and friends from preceding graduating years tell me, yeah, Sasha, you know, the California law is no joke. You have to triple score your NAPLEX in order to stand a chance of passing your California law, because California law is really hard. And I'm like, well, thank God I'm not in California. Although Florida, here we have a problem with, prescription medication, mainly opiates, as y'all might not know about opiates and, combating opioid abuse. So I'm pretty sure like Florida may have their like stricter policy, over federal ruling. But from my understanding, we're pretty much falling in line with federal rule. But that could probably change. That could probably change. And I wouldn't be surprised if that happened, but it is what it is. If it does happen, if it doesn't happen, Godspeed. Hopefully we can combat this sort of deal. St. Petersburg. I actually took some rotations in St. Petersburg. They were pretty nice. I enjoyed myself there. And the biggest thing I'll say for traveling to St. Pete coming from Sarasota is just the famed Sunshine Skyway Bridge. That bridge, at first, like when I first went through Sunshine Skyway Bridge, that shit was scary, y'all. Like I thought it feels like, I wish I could bring the camera up, but I want to keep my eyes on the road. So the thing with Sunshine Skyway Bridge is that it looks like you're just driving straight up into the clouds, straight up into heaven, yo. And when I went and did a dry run with my mother, my mom was like freaking out. She was like, talk to me, Sasha, because she was the one driving first. And then I would drive afterwards, like coming back. I just don't like driving in the car with my mother. No disrespect to her, but she's a bit much when we're driving. As all parents are when their kids are driving and they're not used to their kids driving, But still, I personally don't like her in the car when I'm driving. She always got something to say. Okay, but besides that, y'all, I mean, it's just, rotations, you have to get to where you going. And I had 2 months at St. Pete. So, 2 months back to back in a row too. So that was pretty cool. 2 months going up and down the Sunshine Skyway Bridge. And I believe out of those 2 months, Only once was I caught on the bridge, like I was stuck on the bridge because of bad weather. That was scary, yo. That's scary. Like, not so much traveling on the bridge, but just getting stuck on the bridge is nerve-wracking for me. Well, they say that it feels like you're moving, the bridge is moving. The bridge isn't moving, it's your car that's moving. It's just that when you're up there, the winds like have a tendency to rock your car. The bridge isn't moving. It's just the wind. Like, on very windy days, the car is, rocking a lot. And that might scare some folks. So, I've seen a couple of videos on YouTube, too, of people driving up and down the Skyway Bridge. So, there's that. And like, I think one woman was freaking out. Another person just had a camera on their dashboard, and then they just drove up and down the Skyway Bridge. It's really nothing though. I was so scared at first though. It was funny. But once you get over that bridge, it's smooth sailing. Well, I shouldn't say that, because freaking like 275 is a nightmare. Like, when I went to my first St. Pete rotation in the pharmacy, I would, like, 9 times out of 10, if I didn't leave at, what was it, like 7:30 or some junk, I would get caught up in traffic. And I would usually be like 5-10 minutes late. Sometimes even worse. Like, I remember one day 75 shut down because there was a motorcyclist that got ejected from his motorcycle, and pretty sure he passed away. It was pretty gnarly to look at the aftermath. But I didn't know until it was too late, and I would have went the back way to get on 275. But the preceptor, she was really cool. Linda was my preceptor. She was awesome, and that was my management rotation. So yeah, Linda is pretty far out. Pretty far out. Excuse me. Thank goodness for Sun Pass. I'll just cruise right along. Yeah, so what else was I gonna say? Yeah, pharmacy is a career path that many may overlook. But it's something that I wanted to do since high school. Like, I was kind of changing my mind. I changed my mind when I was growing up, just as much as I, changed my clothes on a daily basis. So, once I got into pharmacy, when I got exposure during high school, and I thought this is something I could do for a 30-year period, like for the rest of my life. And the high school program that I went through was Health Occupation Students of America, or HOSA for short. If you are interested in doing any medical profession program, but you're not sure what exactly, I would highly suggest to join that program. Hopefully your HOSA coordinator, your teacher at the high school, they know what they're doing, and they can like guide you in the right direction. And you know, they tell you, oh wow, it's so beautiful out, y'all. I wish I could bring y'all up, but we're on the road. It is really beautiful. I'm telling you, the drives, like, this is what I love about the drive to St. Pete. Sometimes it's just the view. The view. And y'all probably not getting that. You get my thigh and my gut and some of my boob. So, or I don't know how this camera is like recording, but you know, hopefully the sound of my cracking constant voice is enough to carry you through this video. I apologize up front. Maybe I'll bring y'all up on the ride back just to, well, actually, fun fact, I actually have a video of me doing it, but the scary thing is, like, I'm veering like in both lanes, whatever, trying to steady my hand and the camera, like my steering hand and the camera. So that's why I don't really want to do that. But yeah, y'all just gonna take my word for it. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. And the thing I'm gonna miss about going to St. Pete, because this is probably gonna be my last time going to St. Pete, albeit it's for a donut run, but yeah, it is like just going up on the bridge. It's really beautiful. And then, like, sometimes you're at eye level with the seagulls. I mean, if I had a bigger tripod, which I may think about getting a bigger tripod and a better camera phone, then I would do it. Most definitely. It, you know, the tabletop one though, let me know, y'all, but I think it does its purpose. I think it does its purpose. But yeah, I drove this for my test on Monday, and I'm like, I don't want to go through this again. 6 hours for a test, it's a lot. And the crazy thing is, I didn't really study as intently as I meant to study. I meant to study, like, you know, I was thinking about pulling 8-hour days, like a full-time studying. 8-hour days, Monday through Saturday, give myself 1 day of rest. Nah, it was like 2 to 3 hours a day. I didn't feel like doing crap, whatever. I was very, very much in a procrastinating nature. Like, you have to prod me to do stuff. Like, that's the scary part too. That's why, for those of you that want to take NAPLEX, do not wait too far from your graduation date. You want to get this over and done like ASAP. I know the testing, like the cost of the test is $475 plus a $100 fee to get to, you know, pay so that you can take the test or whatever. So we're talking damn near $600 to take this damn exam. And if you fail it, you're gonna have to cough up another, I think it's $600 or something. No, not 600. I think it's 400, like near $500, excuse me. Like $475. And you know damn well nobody wants to waste that kind of money. I don't have that money. I barely had the money to take this test. But at the same time, I'm like, screw this. Excuse me, screw this. I'm not gonna stress myself out, because that is the worst thing you can do to yourself. Stress yourself out while you're trying to learn. Don't do it. You're not gonna learn. You're not gonna learn. You're not gonna take in the information you need to take in. You're not gonna take the information you need to take in efficiently enough to pass whatever exam you have to pass. This doesn't just go for NAPLEX. This can go for NCLEX, the nursing exam. What other exam? Whichever exam, it doesn't matter. Your USMLE, doesn't matter. Don't stress yourself out while you're trying to learn. Some people, I'm just saying for the majority, there are outliers, there are exceptions to the rule. There are people that, say, Sasha, I actually learn better when I'm stressed. It puts me in that fight or flight mode. And, I just do what needs to be done. Then that's you. Everybody is different. This is a your mileage may vary situation. For the most part, I tell my littles, the students, the pharmacy students that I'm mentoring, I tell them, don't learn through stress. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not good. It's not detrimental. Stress is a killer. It really is. That's one thing I hate about this. I like the commute to St. Petersburg, but I also hate it when you hit a specific part of 275. It smells like butt. It straight up smells like butt. I don't know if that's the red tide coming in or whatnot, but it smells like butt. Okay, sorry. Yeah, so don't stress yourself out. Stress is a freaking killer. One thing, it's easier said than done. We go through life events that may or may not stress us out, but try not to harbor that for so long, because stress is what ultimately puts us at a bad state of health. I'm not trying to be a motivational speaker. I'm just telling you from my, I'm trying to tell you from my experiences. Do something that relaxes you. I know, that Sunday, the day before my exam, I didn't study. I tried to pretend. How do we know if this is even going to show up on the exam? I should just relax. I done been through this. I done been through this material once already during class, and I know the stuff. I know I can do this, or if not, I wouldn't have graduated. But you gotta believe in yourself. Don't put yourself down. Don't stress yourself out. Don't put yourself down. If you graduated pharmacy school, whatever schooling you went through, you could do it. You could do it. You could do it. Just set your mind to it. And going back on what I did the day before the exam, I actually I watched TV. I played on my Nintendo Switch. I'm telling you, I really didn't I didn't think about the exam. I've thought about it already enough to the point where it's you know what? Screw it. It is what it is on a test day, judgment day. Oh, come on, here we go. I need to get over. it is what it is. You know, I'm just gonna go in there and do the best I can, because that is all I can do, the best I can. And you know, I just give it my all for. I give it my all for one. What else do I want to say? Yeah, so I just chilled the hell out. I did not try to cram last minute. I am not a crammer. I don't believe in that. If I tried to, I would forget. I have a horrible memory. Well, I wouldn't say horrible. I can't remember some stuff. But, like, I don't have photographic memory. Real talk. Like, some of my colleagues that, you know, are in Rokai, which is like pretty much the upper echelon honor society in pharmacy school. Some of their asses have like photographic memory. Like, that's all it is to it. They can remember a lot of stuff. So it's like when it comes to trying to learn from them, you know, I hear, you know, it's like a waste of breath, because they can't teach. They're not good at teaching the material. They can just, you teach it to them, they just reciprocate it back. They can't like make it understandable for a person who doesn't really get it, which I can attribute to, you know, me. I'm a B student, by the way. I've had some C's, but like my GPA is like a 3.49 or something like that, 3.5 or 3.49, something like that, close to it. It's not an A. So the thing that really helped me out, I would say, is tutoring the underclassmen. That's what helped me out. When it came, because that's what enabled me to have such a strong background in math. For NAPLEX, you need a strong background in math. You need to be able to, and I don't mean like, good Lord, dude, you want to calm down? I tell you, people just whizzing by and shit. Wow, asshole, you just cut me off. Okay, so I don't mean, getting back to the math part, I don't mean like, oh, you need to know calculus with this, that, and the other, or you don't need to know calculus or any other crap. It's basically algebra. Like, algebra is the highest math you need to know. Nothing beyond that. But you need to know how, like, what to take. You're going to be given a lot of information. It's like information overload. You need to know what to take from your problems and be able to get the correct, it is a big ass accident, shit. Okay, sorry y'all. You need to take what you need from the information presented to you, work with that, come up with the right answer, and do it under a decent amount of time. That's the thing. That's the problem with NAPLEX. That's why NAPLEX is 6 hours long, because we're giving case questions that, you know, it's a lot of information, and if you don't know where to start, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? Like, what is all this, you know? But I promise you, it is not that bad. But you do, for my test for sure, you need to have a strong background in math, pharmacy math, and, you know, be able to do dimensional analysis. And what else did I want to say? That's pretty much it. Well, no, that's not pretty much it. Because, okay, there's the math. A new component that's been coming up on a lot of our tests is compounding. Really not non-sterile compounding, because of the incident of where there was like a contamination by a pharmacy. I forget which pharmacy, y'all. I'm not really keen on pharmacy history, so forgive me. But there was a manufacturing error, but they were under the guise of a compound pharmacy, but they were like making product not for a specific patient. With compounding pharmacy, it's patient specified, like each formula and whatnot. But this pharmacy was like mass producing, and I don't like mass producing on their scale, not like, I'm not talking freaking Johnson & Johnson or Eli Lilly or, you know, any pharmaceutical company, but just mass producing on their scale, producing more than what they should have. And they actually had, I guess, some impurities or something, like some adulteration, in which caused a lot of people to be sick, and I believe some even died from it. So now Naplex is like, okay, we're gonna get on the future students, make sure they know a little something about compounding, should they ever find themselves getting into compounding. You know, we just want to make sure that they know the bare minimum or whatnot. What is going on? All these slow ups, that's not even a word I want to use. Hope y'all all right. Okay, so yeah, because of like the incident, and also an incident that happened close to home close to home for me, is Frank's Pharmacy. You know, the incident where they were compounding medicine for racehorses, and because I think there was some form of mold that got into the airways or whatever, all their products were tainted, and because of that, like prize racehorses were like dying left and right. So Frank's Pharmacy is based in Ocala, Florida, and that's my place of birth. So I mean, you know, we got to be more aware of compounding, because even your local CVS, Walgreens, Walmart, wherever you go to in terms of retail, for those of you that do go to retail, they're like, we compound, even if it's like as simple as like reconstituting your antibiotics. That is considered a compounded product. I don't think many of us think of that, but that's how the national board thinks, and sometimes even state boards think that too. So yeah, we gotta be careful of the compounding and compounded products, of course. Yeah, the lore with the compounding mishap is pretty deep. So we're almost at the exit, which I take off, and soon we'll be in Krispy Kreme heaven. So, you know, driving on 275, excuse me, driving on 275, I promise y'all, I thought it doesn't get crazy. It does get crazy. Like, I almost got cut off like a little earlier, and I don't know. It's just a whole bunch of foolery going around. Like, really, guy? You're really gonna try to cut me off like that? St. Pete is a nice place to live, though. I can't say that, but I just drive through the area. But I mean, I went to USF as for my undergrad, and I like Tampa. I didn't have a car at the time because I just lived on campus. Everything I did was on campus. I didn't bother with whatchamacallit. Didn't bother with getting a car, even though I'm like, well, my roommates have a car, why can't I? And then my mom is like, you realize how annoying it's gonna be to do this and that? And you know, we were just arguing. But there was this program, I forgot what it was called. It is awesome. I would recommend it. It's like you pay monthly and then you rent a car, quote unquote. I only used that service like once though. But yeah, you get a car, like, it was like a Toyota Prius. I forgot the name of that daggone program. But like, in my second year of staying there, they implemented it. Like pretty much as I was about to leave. Oh shoot. Hurry up and pass me. I'm in the wrong lane. Damn it. I mean, I probably could have. Or I could have went up to, oh shucks, I think I went the wrong way. This is how you get to the damn, hopefully I can get to the other side of the road through here. But yeah, my testing site, I'm right at my testing site. I'm curious to see how long that took. But yeah, it's under an hour. Traffic was pretty shite, if I do say so myself. Okay, cool. So we can go through the other side of the road. I will not be denied my Krispy Kreme. Or maybe I would. What the hell? Why is it telling me to make a left turn? Shit. Okay, I'm like way down south. Well, not south. Way up north. Oh, y'all. I turned y'all around again. Oopsie. Okay. Yeah, so I'm like way down here. I know I need to make a right. Derby Lane. Okay, yeah, I'll still get to, whatchamacallit. Wow. Okay, let me see where y'all at. 48 minutes. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Oh, you fell. Oh, shoot. No worries, I will edit this out. Not a dying cat, that was just me vocalizing for some strange reason. I envy these people that are down the road from Krispy Kreme. They're like literally down the road. It's like a freaking house. Yeah, you guys did a somersault. Sorry about that. Ooh! Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, great. I pulled right on my... Alrighty. How you doing today? Thank you. Thank you very much. Have a good one. Oh. Doughnuts acquired. Holy cow. Okay. Got some editing to do, y'all. But doughnuts are a go. Probably gonna hide it though. Shite. I hate it when I ask you how you doing and then you don't answer the question. Just butters my biscuits. But oh well. It is what it is. Probably should have did a U-turn because it is annoying to freaking... Never mind, there's an opening. Usually I get lucky and get an opening. But yeah, y'all, that is our Krispy Kreme. It's in St. Pete, and I'm pretty sure you didn't see anything. Ooh, so I noticed I've been recording for pretty much an hour. Is it a lot? You tell me. Totally not gonna do a mukbang, guys. Sorry. I deserve privacy. I deserve some privacy. So I'm probably gonna eat my donuts over the course of 2 days. Of course you're gonna fucking do that. These fucking Benz. Fucking Benz drivers, guys. Come on. I need to get over here anyway. Yeah. So, yeah, donut run. How about that? How about them apples? I kind of wanted the apple fritter, but they're only on Tuesdays, and I'm like, I'm not gonna drive here on a Tuesday. How you folks hanging in there so far? I really appreciate you, you know, listening in or watching, even though there's not much to watch. I just wanted to do this victory lap, if anything. So, I still have to study for law, like I said earlier. But I find law to be more interesting versus like the clinical or the, you know, the big 1,000+ page book. Because I tell you, I don't really care for it. Like, lugging that thing around was no fun. Also, what I want to say. Also, it's so much information, and then like 75% of it maybe even worse, they won't test you on it. You don't know how mad I would feel if, you don't know how mad I would feel if, like, and I kind of did feel like that. I only studied, crap hole, I wanted to see. Oh well, we'll wait. I want to see if she got my order right. But should have did that when I was at the damn place. Or I'll check at the next stoplight. Cause now I will turn my ass back around. Yeah, let me just wait. Cause like, and then I got a pumpkin cake donut. They used to have pumpkin glazed donut or a glazed pumpkin flavored donut. Oh, that is the bomb.com. But I say thank goodness there is not a Krispy Kreme near me. Oh, sweet. Wonderful. Hopefully this isn't one of those lights that turns green like immediately. And don't worry guys, I'll show y'all. I just want to see for myself first. Perfect. That's everything. Oh, she messed up one donut, but it's not the end of the world. The main thing is, for today, they had the damn donut. Come on. They had the damn chocolate glazed donut. Because that's what I wanted. I mean, if I kept going on this road, though, I could have went to MD Oriental, but MD Oriental, y'all, it is a big freaking market, Asian foods market. I went there like a couple times. Well, of course, I'm not gonna have the luxury of going there again, but that market was to die for. If I could like do a tour, like if I had time, I would. But come on, pass me. Or yeah, do that. MD Oriental Market is like it's what an old Publix used to be, and it's so clean and pretty, and look it up on Google. I promise you, like, so extensive, so many things were available. Like, I used to buy ramune like crazy, even though you shouldn't really buy those because they're like loaded with sugar. But I bought them like every now and then, and they're pretty freaking expensive too. They're like, I think it was $7 for a 6-pack. But you just bought it for like the convenience in the gooseneck bottle. There is another ramune that's available through Walmart, but I don't like the taste of it. Like, I prefer Sangaria's ramune versus like I think it's Kimura ramune, because Sangaria uses sugar and Kimura uses high fructose corn syrup. So yeah, I ain't about that life. I ain't about that life. What else do I want to say, y'all? I gotta stop saying like and pausing so freaking much. But I don't have the gift of gab. I am trying to multitask here. But I mean, this is fun. I really do enjoy this. Like, would I do this again? Not in St. Pete, but probably another destination or some crap. School bus, what the hell is you doing? Come on now. If you're gonna turn, or if you're gonna go into the left lane, go there, please. Okay. School bus, you put me at a rock and a hard place. It's like, bro. I want to say, but yeah, St. Pete's pretty. It's a nice place. I mean, I can't imagine for hurricane season, even though this is like Southwest Florida, quote unquote. Like it's a peninsula in itself. But I think this is pretty much like a twin city with Tampa, St. Pete, Tampa. Yeah, so you just have your freaking blinkers on. But I don't know. It depends. I gotta go where the job is offered, y'all. So another thing is great. I'm sandwiched between two slow cars. There's two slow vehicles. Are you kidding me? The thing, I say I need to go where the money is, but I say that, and then Florida, it's pretty saturated. It's like, oh, you can get a retail job, but at what cost? You know what I'm saying? No blinkers. Come on, dude. What's wrong with you? Ooh, excuse me, y'all. Sorry about that. I did not eat or drink anything, I promise. So, Florida is pretty saturated as is. Like, I just took a look at our website, Florida's employment website, employflorida.com, and it's like there's not really room for entry-level jobs. There's just jobs that require like experience as a pharmacist, and there's always that limbo of, okay, I don't have experience, but how am I supposed to get experience if I don't get a job? That sort of thing. And what I may end up doing is going to take another law, because like I said before, most states require that you pass the NAPLEX, which I've done, and then their own state or their own law exam. The exceptions are California, which is not MPJE, it's CPJE. California, Arkansas, Idaho. I believe Idaho doesn't have a law requirement. So really, I could practice in Idaho. I just have to, whatchamacallit, I'd have to just register with the state. is quite convenient, you know. But I don't want to live in Idaho, sorry. There's also, I think Ohio does that too, but I'm not sure. But again, I wouldn't want to live in Ohio. Yeah, it just is what it is. I don't know. But I'm just glad. This is one of the most, that was the biggest hurdle, I feel. Law isn't that bad. It's law. It's one subject. You have to know it inside and out, and I have to study like Florida statute and whatnot. What did I say? Ramp to Interstate I-35 closed. Detour at exit 2. But I'm not going 75 north. So, and the beauty is, there's also other states, because I was thinking about applying for Georgia, but Georgia is a wet lab state, along with, Georgia's a wet lab state, along with, I think, New York. I'm not sure of any others, but those two states I was really interested in practicing. You know, like if I had to move because Florida ain't where it's at. Georgia's pretty much Florida, but they don't have like the pill problems we do. Or I don't know, maybe that's my misconception. But from my understanding, Georgia and Florida are basically similar. It's just that Georgia requires the wet lab component, in which you have to be in state for that. So I'm thinking about tackling Georgia if need be, or not. Doesn't matter. Yeah, New York. But the thing about New York, well, I would want to live in the city, but New York, probably pretty hard to get a job there. I don't know. It all depends, y'all. Your mileage may vary. Excuse me. Sorry, I do that to like get the irritation out of my palate, I suppose, like the upper roof of my mouth. My brother does it, I do it. I was surprised, like when I went to junior college or community college, like somebody else does it, and I'm like, oh my god, you do that too? I do it, because like, I don't know, it's just, it's irritating otherwise not to do that. They're like, what the hell kind of noise are you making? I don't know, it's like a clicking. But I do it to get that irritant out of my upper roof of my mouth. So y'all, it's been over an hour. Can you believe it? I did not think I would be talking with y'all for over an hour and driving, but here we are. I'm just sorry you don't have a better view, or if I was comfortable showing my face, then you know I would have had a mount cam like on the AC vent or wherever the phone would stick. Yeah. God, that bridge. I need to learn how to not sound like a 3-year-old when I'm talking. Bridge. The bridge looks so beautiful. The sea looks so beautiful. Like, yeah. I wish I could show y'all. But, you know, if you've ever seen the Sunshine Skyway Bridge or rode over it, you know, it's really nice. Really nice, really nice. Hey everybody, so I made it back to my part of town. I didn't realize the phone had stopped recording until I pulled up at my Walmart and it just didn't record. So here's the loot. Let's get right into it. I got a half dozen of the assorted. And boom. Got a cake, maple iced, 2 of the limited time chocolate glazed donuts. So every first Friday, this donut is available for all day Friday, the first Friday of each month. And then I don't know what the hell that's supposed to be, but I guess that's chocolate cake. But I wanted the chocolate cake donut with the original glazing on top, but it is what it is, y'all. And then, because we're in fall season, I got, if you could see that, pumpkin cake donut. $8, y'all. $8 and change, but I'm gonna enjoy this today and tomorrow for breakfast. I deserve it. And I want to thank you all for tuning in on the car ride. It's been fun. I am a little disappointed, but not all that disappointed that the camera cut off. So I just gotta manage the time, or manage the data a bit more closely. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Any questions, comments, suggestions, small talk, let me know in the comment section below. Any and all are greatly appreciated. And y'all, I will catch you guys Tuesday for Tuesdays with a T. And y'all have yourselves a great one today and every day. Enjoy your weekend for real this time, because I don't think I'm going to be making any more videos over the weekend. I will get to your comments. I'm just working backward now. And yeah, now that I passed Naplex, I'll probably be more active on YouTube, and I'll be seeing more of y'all. Okay, y'all. Take care. Have a good one. Bye now. Later.